This week I've been back digging in the back catalogue of the legendary producer Madlib, and I got onto this album, The History of Loop Digger 1990 to 2000, and in particular track 2, Static Invasion. Now there's a bunch of beats on this album which are well worth listening to. There's about 35 tracks in total, and in this particular track there's about 4 different beats, so you need to go to about 32, 34 on the track, seconds I mean by that. Once you get to there, you will hear the beat change, and there's this effect where there's this ringing bell underneath the beat, and it's a really cool effect. It really caught my attention. So I decided today I'm going to recreate that and see if I can get it to work in a beat of mine. And yeah, we're going to make the whole beat on the SP404 Mark II completely doorless, and we'll see if we can get that similar sound to what Madlib did in that track. So it took me a long time to find a sound that was similar to this, and I managed to get one eventually. It sounds like this. Kind of sounds like bells, and I've got some drums from Lo-Fi Drums Volume 5, my pack. Links to that are available in the description, and I've got a sample as well. Now, all my samples that I use on long-form videos are now given away to all my advanced members. So there's a new tier in membership. If you check out Join anywhere on my channel, you'll see there's advanced membership. I post exclusive content and I share all the samples that I use in long-form videos as well. So if you want my samples, sign up to that. And I will be posting this in the community tab, so look out for that, members. And there is a dedicated members tab on my channel as well, where you can go and see everything that I've done in the past too. So check that out if you are a member. So let's start off by making a pattern. I think I'm in 84 BPM. Let's have a look. Tap tempo. Yeah, I'm in 84 there. Weirdly, it's showing it on the screen as well. Actually matches. So we'll go to pattern select. I'm going to do record, and we'll do some hi-hats first. 4 bars. And grid 8 and strength 100. We'll select the hi-hat, and then we'll do shift and 2 for 16 velocity, and we just have to wait for this to come back round now. Okay, cool, that's all sounding good. So we'll make a copy of that, and I'll quickly just record a kick at the start so that it's in time at the start of the loop using the same quantize. Okay, and we can come out of there. There we go, so we've got that kick perfectly at the start of the loop now. We'll make another copy, and now what I can do is turn off quantize and do my other kicks and snares so we get a more kind of humanized feel. So turn the grid off, and we'll have a go at this. Okay, completely messed that up, so we'll try that again. Okay, that's sounding good, so we've got that now, and what I want to do next is copy this down to here, because we're going to start working with samples now. So once I've made my drums, I kind of use the top 2 rows for making drums and the bottom 2 for doing the melodic stuff on top of the drums. We could always delete those as well now, we don't particularly need them, but we'll just keep them for now. So we need to make the sample work. I want to add a bit more flavor. I want to pitch that down, and I want to have control over the tempo as well. So I'll do shift in the pitch shift area, and I'll put this on vinyl, no, and vary ensemble. And now I can pitch this down. I'm going to go about -3. So now we can control the pitch and the speed. So let's try that again. And that sounds pretty close to perfect, so we'll try and record that in. We actually do need quantize for this, and we'll do it as 4. Okay, because we're using the same chop twice, that didn't really work trying to press it immediately after the other one had finished. So all I'm going to do is make a copy. It makes it nice and easy. And we could actually add that to a mute group as well. So we'll put that to E, put those both in, and we'll try that again now. This should be a lot cleaner. Whilst I was recording that, I just took off gate because I didn't want to have to hold my finger on it. So now they just trigger. Don't have to hold my finger on it, so that's why I did that. Okay, so now finally we can go in and do this bell sound over the top, the same as Madlib did on that beat, which I mentioned earlier. So we'll make a copy of this one, and we need to probably adjust the volume of this a little bit. And I think the tempo of it needs to change a little bit as well. So we'll just bring the pitch down basically, because that's going to repitch and change the speed, because at this point we've got it in vinyl yes and vary off. If you change the pitch, it's going to change the tempo. And I think the start point needs adjusting. Yeah, there we go. We can see there's some dead space there. So we'll do that and we'll truncate. That almost still sounds way too fast. So what I'm actually going to do is put that back to 1, put the pitch back to 0. And I'm going to actually change this to backing, and we'll change the speed, but keep the pitch. Now something like that sounds way better. Okay, so let's go ahead and record that into the pattern. We use quantize of 8. Okay, a little bit too loud, I would say, so we'll just quickly adjust that, but that's sounding really, really nice, and it's adding a really cool sort of metallic element underneath the beat, and it adds a bit of rhythm as well, obviously. So we'll take that down to, let's try 25. And that sounded pretty crispy, that beat. Really happy with that. One thing that is good about this sample that I used, it already has some effects on it, which is similar to, I think, what was used on the Madlib record. So I don't really need to do anything in terms of effects with that, but maybe on bus 1 I'll just try add some lo-fi to this sample. Just to give it that SP1200 ring. A lot of us love that sound. I personally do as well. I've been using lo-fi a lot recently. These are the settings that I'm using: pre-filter 1, lo-fi type 6, tone 0, and then they're my settings on the second page as well. So that adds just that really nice ring. Nice and subtle, but you can hear it there. So we can try that again. I'm just going to really quickly make a couple of variations. So we'll do copy and copy. I want one where the drums pause at the end of the loop. You can either use TR mode to delete stuff out of patterns quite easily, or you can use the erase mode. For this particular one, which I'm going to do first, I will do the TR mode. I want to do a pause at the start with the drums. So we'll go record 11 and we'll press remain to go to TR record. Record. I think that should be it. Perfect. It just muted the kick and the hi-hats until the first snare hits. And for the next one, I'm going to use erase mode because I want to delete everything in the second half of the loop in terms of drums. So press delete. Perfect. So I had to go back and do that twice because I missed a kick because it's not on the grid. So I pressed erase slightly too late. So yeah, now I've got these two variations as well. Still think those bells are a little bit too loud. So we'll just quickly do another bit of adjustment. We'll take it down to 15 this time. I think that's a really cool effect. I think one last thing I want to show you guys is let's try that loop without it, and I think it will sound a lot more empty. So all we need to do for that is play this pattern, and then we're going to do copy 10 to 14. We'll hit remain, and then we can choose what gets copied across to that pattern. So we'll do everything apart from those bells, and this is what it sounds like without them. Okay, and then we'll bring them in. I personally like it underneath for the whole track, but it could be one of those things that comes in and out. It would really be just personal taste with whoever's making the beat. But yeah, there we go. That's that Madlib technique. I think that's pretty cool. It really fleshes out that loop and adds a really interesting sort of dynamic to what's going on there. And it's definitely something I'll be using in the future. Let me know if you'll be using that one in the comments below. And if you want to see more technique videos like this, let me know what artists you want me to replicate with the SP or any other devices. I think it's really fun doing these, really educational, and I'm learning loads of different cool techniques as well myself, so it's really fun for me too. So yeah, just pop it in the comments and I can look into that and try and come up with some stuff. But apart from that, guys, thank you very much for watching. Big shout out to all my members, and I'll be back with another video very, very soon.